Are you interested in a Detroit Steel Wings t-shirt, hoodie, tank top, or coffee mug? Grab yours up until September 20th. Link is on screen and in the description. What is going on, Crimson City? My name is Crimson CBAD, and welcome to Week 2 of World Battle Entertainment, your choice for premier Pokemon Battle League content. That's not an advertisement, but I'll tell you what is an advertisement. Make sure you guys pick up your Detroit Steel Wings shirts, link in the description. You guys saw the advertisement before the screen. Let's talk about this battle, and if you guys missed the team builder, that of course will be in the description of this video as well. If you guys don't know what World Battle Entertainment is, check out the playlist. You guys can find our draft analysis, team builders, battles, all that fun stuff, but it's only week 2, so there's not too much content coming out on it yet. We are here. We are playing my boy KyleAye, founder of Pokemon for Glory and coach of the Miami Donphans. We are here playing him. Like I said, check out the team builder if you don't know what we got, why we got it, but the short end of the story is that we are planning on speed passing into either Conkeldurr or Alolan Marowak and sweeping through his team. So, looking at his team, he's brought the Sylveon, he brought the Lantern, he brought the Scizor, he brought the Slowking, Mega Lopunny, and Tyrantrum. Fastest thing on this thing is Mega Lopunny. We talked a little bit about in the team builder that he can run Adamant Lopunny because the fastest mon on our team is Scolipede, so he can get away with running that nice Adamant Scrappy thing. Priority and Fake Out, priority Quick Attack as well, if I'm not mistaken. Return, High Jump Kick does a number to my team with that Scrappy ability. Tyrantrum, if he's Scarfed, could be a little bit of an issue. We've got a few switch-ins, but if he's a Dragon Dance setup and we allow him to start setting up, that's going to be a little bit of an issue as well. Slowking, not too big of a deal. Not too big of a threat. We do have Umbreon there to kind of sit in front of it, synchronize a Toxic or a Scald Burn onto it. Foul Play, all that good stuff. Did not bring the Salazzle, so Groundium Dig is not going to work well. The Scizor is nice unless our Alolan Marowak goes down, then we really don't have a way to touch that outside of Conkeldurr. Rock Blast from Rhydon, but its defense is pretty sky high. Lantern, we don't have water or electric stab, so that thing just kind of sits there. It can be a little bit of a pivot, maybe a heal beller. And then Sylveon, if it's not fully defensive, we do one-shot it with our Scolipede. So I'm going to go ahead and hop right off and lead off with this battle. KyleAye is going to issue the challenge, of course. And like I said in the team builder, the way that we're leading off of this match is we're leading off with the Scolipede. We are going to immediately try to speed pass just to kind of start breaking holes in his team so something can come in later and clean up. So he leads off with the Sylveon. I'm going to lead off with Scolipede. I'm going to protect right here because if he goes straight for the offensive, that makes me believe that he is like super specs. Super specs, maybe even a Scarf Sylveon, but he withdraws. He doesn't want none of that action. So it goes down to red to be immune to the poison jab. So go for the protect. It does not work. Oh well, we're gonna get that speed boost off. Nice. Grab that speed boost here. I'm gonna go for the double protect here just so I can get that secondary speed boost. Remember, we need to get to +3 in order for Conkeldurr or for Alolan Marowak to be able to sweep. And if he's not an offensive Scizor, U-turn does actually not break my sub. So I go for a +2 here. I'm going to get behind my substitute. Bullet Punch will break my sub, but if he's just U-turning out, it will not break my sub. Hopefully, we can gauge by that damage. Attack investments, any attack investment on this thing would have broken the sub. So we see he's a bit more of a pivotal set on this Scizor because he does not break it. And he goes on to Bluefish here. Bluefish being the Lantern. We are going to get up to +3 speed, which is right where we need to be. We're behind a sub so we can safely switch into this thing with our Alolan Marowak because we pretty much, provided his sets aren't nothing too crazy, Alolan Marowak just kind of starts running through it right now. So we're gonna baton pass right out into Casey Bones. Good old Casey Bones, nice and shiny blue. I love Alolan Marowak shiny sprite, by the way. It's so subtle, but it's so good. Goes to the Scald here. The Scald is going to be able to break Casey's sub. That is okay. We are +3. We are max attack adamant. We got the Thick Club. Provided we connect this Boomerang, that is a dead Lantern. So I'm going to go for the Boomerang here. Boomerang doing better than Earthquake. He does have the Shuckaberry. Very good planning on his part. But because of Boomerang, we are able to weaken that first hit with it. The second hit is going to come through and be at full damage. And we're going to knock out that Lantern with Boomerang. That is one victim down to Casey Bones this week, ladies and gentlemen. It's starting to look really good. Goes on to Bropunny here. Now, here's where I did a little bit of a mind game. If he went for the Fake Out, I wanted him to think that I didn't have Protect because a High Jump Kick will kill me after chip damage. So I went here, even though I am faster. I wanted him to go for the Fake Out here, thinking that he was going to be faster than me, that I wasn't carrying the Protect for him. So I let him get that Fake Out off. Wanted to go for the Flare Blitz. Now that Lantern's gone, he doesn't have a Flare Blitz switch in. I mean, we can Flare Blitz into Shadow Bone the Slowking if he's defensive. Goes out into Red right here. I'm not really sure why Red came out, but I'm going to go for the Flare Blitz here. He eats the Occaberry, so this is just Alolan Marowak, Casey Bones, the Berry Destroyer right here. We're going to go for the Flare Blitz, and that is going to be able to take down the Scissor. Unless he was like max HP, max defense, Akaberry, I don't believe that crit would have mattered. Because, like I said, we're adamant, we're thick club boosted, we got it. So he goes out in a Bro Punny here, and he knows that high jump kick is going to be able to kill me. If he's Jolly, I believe he might outspeed me, but I'm going to go for the Protect here. I want that high jump kick to come out. I really, really wanted to bait this. He goes for it. Perfect. He's going to get that recoil damage, which is not nothing to mess with. And if he is adamant, I do outspeed. If he's Jolly, I believe at +3, I also do outspeed. I believe adamant, I outspeed. I believe if I was Jolly at +3, I outspeed him Jolly. And if I was adamant, I outspeed him at +3 adamant. But I'm going to go for the Flare Blitz, connect that. Alolan Marowak now, 3 kills. It's a solid 6-3 lead. He goes out into Blue Eyes here, the Tyrantrum, and I'm like, oh boy, I see another Boomerang victim right here. So depending on his set, we are able to connect, and we are able to destroy that. Go for the Boomerang. The third berry comes out. The third Resistance Berry comes out, and unfortunately, because of that, we are not able to connect the KO on this monster. I believe, based off of that damage, actually, even without the Shuckerberry, we wouldn't have been able to kill. But he goes for the Head Smash. If he didn't connect the Head Smash, that was kind of GG at this point with Alolan Marowak, but does connect the Head Smash. Casey Bones go down. Casey Bones did exactly what he needed to do. He made this a 3, he gave us a huge 3-0 lead. So I'm going to go out into Conkeldurr here. I can go for a Drain Punch. I can go for a knockoff. He goes for the Dragon Claw. I was hoping he'd stay in and go for the Head Smash. We do resist the Rock type, but I can just go for this Drain Punch. Get a lot of recovery back here. I can also activate my my Flame Orb with my Guts as well. So we'll get that nice recovery. We'll get that nice recovery right there, bringing us up damn near about full, actually. So it is now 5-2, I believe. I believe Sylveon and Slowking are left. So he goes on to the Sylveon right here. I'm really not sure what kind of set this is. I just wanted to stay in, honestly. If he wanted to go for like a Wish or something, he just goes straight up for the Hyper Voice. That is a huge, huge, huge hit. So now it is a 4-2 lead with this. I'm going to go on to Uno here. Rhydon can take it. I can also set off a Toxic on this thing as well. Earthquake would have been really, really huge. But he does not want to stay in with that thing. He does not want to risk the Rhydon going for any sort of damaging moves. He goes out into the Slowking. Now I'm assuming to be a bit more of a defensive set. We do connect the Toxic as well, which is very, very nice. We're going to be able to get a little bit of residual off, so that way later something like Rhydon can come in, something like our Umbreon can come in, potentially even Scolipede can come in and kind of whittle this thing down. So now it's kind of just, kind of a battle of like attrition at this point. We just got to kind of wear down these last 2 monsters in order for something to come in and come out. So I'm going to go on to Shinigami. I don't care about a Scald. Psyshock's not really hurting me. Grass Stab isn't hurting me as well. He fires off the Scald. That's fine. I can take that. I can get burned. It doesn't really matter to me. I don't need to use Ground DMZ Dig at all. We can synchronize the burn, but it failed because we got that Toxic Poison off. And thank goodness we landed that Toxic, because I wouldn't have liked it if he would have synchronized the burn. It would have been a little bit of a longer match. So like I said, now it's just a point of wearing down the Slowking, wearing down things like the Sylveon. I'm just going to set up a Wish. Focus Blast doesn't kill me. We know he's a bit more of a defensive set. Focus Blast from a defensive Slowking doesn't do anything. He's just going to kind of phase me out at this point. And now he's just going to switch me out of the Umbreon, and he is going to switch me right out into Kachow. So I can wear this thing down between Protects and Substitutes, which is absolutely fine because that Toxic damage is going to rack up. I know he's got the Regenerator, but it does not matter. It does not matter. I'm going to go for the Protect here. I want to know what he wants to go for. We've seen Scald. We've seen Dragon Tail. I want to know if he sets up the Future Sight, because we do got to kind of play around with that with Umbreon. Goes for the Psyshock here. Okay, cool. I'm assuming the last move is like Ice Beam or something, or Shadow Ball. Poison damage racking up. We see that poison damage doing a lot. So I still want to keep just kind of wearing him down. Poison Jab isn't going to kill from this range if he's a bit more defensive. He withdraws right here. I was going to go for the Substitute, which actually works out in our favor. He brings out the Sylveon. A Hyper Voice is going to hurt. A Hyper Voice does kill me if he is a super offensive set behind my sub. If he's not a Hyper Voice, if he's not super offensive, we don't kill with Poison Jab. So we're faster. I'm going to go for the Poison Jab. This confirms to me that he was actually a super offensive Sylveon. Post-game, we talked about that he was a spec Sylveon. We one-shot that bad boy. There was no HP investment on that whatsoever. Very, very offensive Sylveon. We do connect that. Kachow, putting in some of the finest of work, setting up for everything, being able to stall out Mons with the Protect and the Substitute, being able to Poison Jab and knock out that Sylveon. So Slowking's going to come back out here. I've got no reason not to just go for a Poison Jab right here. I want to kind of scale this damage, see where it's running at. And Poison Jab does a fair amount. Poison Jab does a fair amount. Made me think he might be a little bit more specially defensive than I originally thought. But he's going to go for the Psyshock. That is going to indeed break my sub. Now, at this point, between Toxic Damage and Poison Jab, I don't know if my Poison Jab will knock him out. And I don't want to risk that and make this a 3-0. So I do want to conserve my own differential in this match. So while it may seem like, oh, the match is in the bag, GG, I wanted to go for Protect here just so I could ensure that after the toxic damage, Poison Jab did knock out the Slowking right here, so that way I could make it nice and 4-0 on that end. Toxic damage is going to build up. Poison Jab is going to be in that range, in that nice, comfortable range for Ka-Chow to take out these Slowkings. So coming out of week 2, your Detroit Steel Wings are now 1-1 with a we're breaking even differential. We are 4-4, four kills, you know, we lost 4-0 and now we won 4-0. So GG to my boy KyleAye. Thank you so much for the fantastic battle, man. Like I said, Alolan is an absolute threat. Being able to, so Alolan got the 3 kills, Scolipede got the 2 kills, Conkeldurr got the 1 kill. So Alolan being the MVP of the team this week, I'm definitely excited about that. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have, be sure to leave a like on the video. Of course, make sure you guys are supporting the Detroit Steel Wings. Only 3 days left to grab these shirts. I'll be sure to leave a link in the description of this video. And of course, go show some love to my boy KyleAye. Go watch his side of the battle. Go watch his team builder. All that being said, I want to remind you guys to be great and do great. I'm going to let this outro bang. I'm going to talk to you all soon. Later.